still stand.
Daddy, you think we'll be as old as these rocks someday? You think we'll be standing? You think we can weather all the storms?
I have lived through many, and so shall you, my son.
Daddy, I love you.
I love you too, son.
They went up, and then down, and down. They went over logs, and under brush and bushes.
Oak beards and foxtails. I almost took a nosedive off that last log.
I'm so glad we didn't.
Yeah, Daddy, you scared me pretty bad. I peed a little in my shell.
It's okay, sweetie. Your daddy is really tough and strong for his age. His shell would have protected him. Besides, he only slipped. We all slip sometimes.
They walked along Lake Altus, and the waves were splashing hard against the shore. Little Turtle was suddenly hit by an extra big wave. And when the wave washed back out to shore, Little Turtle was lying upside down on his back.
Oh no! Our baby is on his back! What do we do?
Daddy, put your head under and push.
Daddy tried Mama's suggestion, but he couldn't turn him over. But soon, a duck came waddling over.
There's something quack around here, I see. Quack! What quack is it? What's wrong? What's the matter?
My son! My son! Well, look at him!
What she means, sir, is that our son is lying upside down and we can't turn him back over.
Oh, quack, 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 quack. Maybe I can turn him over quack with my quack, quack bill. Quack.
Duck wedged his bill under Turtle's shell and pulled up several times. The little turtle just slipped right off each time. Just as Duck gave up and moved away, Horse came galloping down the coast. He jumped right over Little Turtle and narrowly avoided a tragedy.
I'm so glad I didn't trip. What you got going on here? Something ain't right about this situation. I beg your pardon, Little Turtle. How may I be of assistance to you?
So Horse used his hoof to push one side of Little Turtle down and let it come back up again. He did this until Little Turtle was wobbling so much he felt sick. So Horse stopped and sat down beside the growing circle of animals. Next to come along was Rabbit.
You have a hurdle to overcome, Little Turtle. But you know what? My grandfather once told me. My grandfather once told me. He challenged your grandfather to this race. About how fast rabbits are and how slow turtles are. And well, I will tell you the rest of that story.
As Turtle listened to the story Rabbit was telling, he began to soften in his shell, and suddenly he was able to relax and enjoy the beauty of Quartz Mountain, the skyline with all the wonderful stars and constellations. Rabbit pointed out the Gahante, rabbit turtles, constellations. And suddenly Turtle felt the most comfortable he had ever felt in his life. Rabbit, in his poetic fashion, had tricked Little Turtle into forgetting about his circumstances. Meanwhile, Owl, who was in a tree next door to the scene, opened his huge black eyes.
I had presumed I was dreaming of the dramatic circumstances I am now seeing. I can now see I wasn't. Little Turtle, I will go out this night in search of helpers for you, for I can foresee that a tragic end will come to your situation if I do not fly swiftly and find a helper to turn you over before daylight.
Owl flew high above the forest and up to the top of one of the tallest mountains to find Eagle perched on her nest.
Oh, Eagle, I come to ask you a favor this night in finding a helper to help turn Little Turtle back over. Others have tried to help to no avail.
I'm sorry, Owl. I am not a night flyer as you are. I must have light to see. Nonetheless, first thing in the morning as the sun rises, I will fly over the situation and see if I can turn Turtle over with my talons.
Owl flew into the warm night air in search of other possible helpers, sensed a skunk below, and flew down.
Ah, skunk! Your slick glance could be useful in guarding the scene of an accident this evening. Please hasten your way to the side of the great water.
Certainly, monsieur. I just mixed up a batch of the smelly juice. Honey, it is but supposed to water and I shall defend the fortress. Viva la Republic!
Skunk waddled off to the sea. Owl flew on. Very soon he heard commotion on the ground below.
How porcupine! Your protruding spines could be useful in guarding the scene of an accident this evening. Please hasten your way to the side of the great water.
Like a shaggy old rock, you say. Oh, crikey! That makes him about as useful as a long-legged man in an ox-kicking contest. Oh, good day, mate. I'll take care of them.
As Porcupine hobbled along into the night, Owl took flight in search of the one with the right set of skills for the job. As he flew near a tree, he was suddenly engulfed by a sticky web. He landed on a branch near the occurrence to work on getting the stuff off of him. And at that moment, the solution was clear. He had an epiphany. A spider had the right substance for the endeavor of turning Little Turtle back over.
Lady Spider, please excuse me, but your delicate web may be the solution to a very difficult problem.
Spider silently listened to Owl's account of the situation as she diligently worked to make a web pouch in between Owl's talons. And she got in the pouch and they flew back toward the now large congregation of helpers gathered around Little Turtle, who was sleeping. The morning sun was on the horizon. So as soon as Owl landed, Spider got right to work wrapping her web around both legs on little turtle's right side and tying it between the legs. So as the sun rose over Quartz Mountain and the lake had now become calm and all the animals were watching and cheering, Owl took the middle of the wet line in his beak and all the animals did a celebration dance. Owl hooted, duck quacked, and more. The turtle danced songs. The horses celebration was culminated with a web circle made by Spider, on which they all rounded and danced around to the rhythm in the air. The celebration was culminated with a web circle made by Spider, on which they all grabbed and danced around to the rhythm in the air.